Paper Perjury. It's a game I played the demo of a while back, and it's really good. I've been following it this whole time, and I was very lucky to get a copy of this game to stream it. So thank you very much to everyone involved in this game. It super good. I really enjoyed this game. It makes the throat a little sore because I'm trying to voice act all the characters. That's a me thing, but makes the throat a little sore after a bit. So this week I'm gonna be playing it for just out maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, probably, and I'm gonna have a great time because it's really good, and it's been long enough to where I don't remember the first case that well. But again, thank you very much for letting me get a copy for streaming, and I very excited to get this going. All right, case 1. Paper Perjury is a work of fiction. A resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events are purely coincidental. April 16, unknown. Hey, Detective Ernest Hunt's office. I'm away from the office. Please leave a message. Detective, this is Chandra Lear, the witness from yesterday. I lied yesterday. There's more going on than I was letting on. I made a terrible mistake. I need your protection. I think my... Chandra, please forgive me. April 16th, 8 a.m. Is there a city? Hey, Darkus. It is me. Is there a police precinct? Number 5, station lobby. So this is an Ace Attorney style game. And again, I played the demo. It's really good. Let me just turn it up on mine a little bit. Would you walk in on just a little bit of murder? A little murder never hurt anybody. This is it, my first real job as a clerk. My name is Justina Smith. I'm a newly hired police clerk working at Azure City's 5th Police Precinct. Though, when I told my parents, they seemed to think I was signed on as a cop. Yeah, Darkus, you know what's up. I'd rather avoid that sort of dangerous life. I'm more content just doing paperwork. Not that I'm afraid of action. Everyone says I'm too headstrong. Still, I'm really nervous. Stay calm, Justina. All you have to do is do your job well and keep your head low. Here we go. Wait. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe there's someone around I can ask. Excuse me, sir. Sorry, miss. I'm in a hurry. Wait, I work here. I mean, well, today's my first day. I'm here for the clerk role. Well, in that case, I'm Detective Ernest. I'm not sure why I give him this voice, but it sounds about right. Oh, thank you very much, Doug. Again, you don't have to do that, but I definitely appreciate it nonetheless. But yeah, thank you very much. I'm excited to see what it's going to be. Unfortunately, that's about all the pleasantries I can give right now. Something important just occurred, and I need to get going. He's overconfident in his pride. True. Miss Earl is our senior clerk here. Go speak with her for your assignment. Your station should be in the back. Time's ticking. Gotta run. Geez, someone's in a hurry. Well, at least I know where my desk is now. Time to meet with my supervisor. Now view the profiles of people you meet during a case. So if I go case files, yeah. We got evidence, profiles, summary once we get to the case. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see that one too, Darkus. I think, I'm not sure, but I think, when I can't use evidence anymore, it will be marked out, which I know they were considering it, but I'm not sure if they actually went through it or not. I hope they did, because that's one thing that gets me an Ace Attorney, is like, this one thing I can use once, and then I just can't use it again, and I get confused. Excuse me, I'm looking for a Miss Earl. If you're here to speak with an officer, please wait in the lobby. What? No, I'm not a civilian. I mean, well, maybe I am. Does an office job here make me a civilian? Office job? Yeah, Darkus, at me in the Discord server and I'll help you out later. Can I see some ID? ID? I think I brought that with me. Alright. Checking the case file screen to present evidence. Select the piece of evidence from the list on the right. Then press the present button to show it. Here you go. Perfect. You're the new Goyle. I'm superior. Welcome to your new office. I'm Justina Smith. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am the head and before today the only clerk here at this branch. However, this is not the time for chit-chat. Today's a busy day and we need you to work it right away. There's a police report from yesterday that I need you to file. Something came up recently that requires my full attention. I trust you can handle a simple filing job? Yes, ma'am. Make sure all the information matches up correctly. Once you're done, let me know. I want to know why everyone is in a rush, but I can ask about it later. Right now, I need to get to work. Well, it's about as basic as a workstation can be. So much for getting trained. Hopefully I can figure this out myself. Why'd I give her that voice? I don't know, she gave me that vibe when I saw her. Most of the voices I gave are based on A, vibe, and B, just kind of like, I kind of like scrunch up and kind of like, ooh, you know, when it's like a weird voice, I kind of just do something like that. I scrunch up and go, ugh. But for her, I definitely felt this kind of voice. I feel like it fit her. Let's see here. It's a detective summary, a witness statement, and a couple of pieces of evidence. Alright, the thief's path. The window. And the safe. They stole from the orphanage. I didn't get my coffee. Case summary updated. You can now access the summary section of the case file. Yep, so... Oh! Okay, so we can get the brief from the detective. The investigation log. Oh, and I get leads and statements. Okay. Summary section contains detective's brief on the case, as well as the log we accomplished during the case. Done and done. Looks like everything is here. Let's see. I should look over everything real quick before I file them. Now for the witness statement. Good thing the detective recorded it. And the camera is on. We begin when you're ready. Hey, that sounds like the detective I spoke to earlier. This must be his case, then. Can you provide your name and occupation for the record? From voice. The chocolate... Oh, chocolate. I remember when they first invented chocolate. I always hated it. I am Chandra Leah. I work as a maid at the Urbank estate. I appreciate the cooperation. Now, can you describe the events that took place earlier? Of course. Statement. Made him sound like a mob boss? That's alright. I was cleaning the hallway when I heard a noise come from this room. I went inside and saw someone taking money out of a safe. I couldn't get a good look at her face, but he was clearly a 6-foot-tall man carrying lockpicks. When he saw me, he took some of the money and ran to the window, making his escape. I couldn't catch him, so I checked the safe. Half the money inside was stolen. I called the police to report the crime shortly afterwards. I see. Seems to me like it was a simple robbery. Wait a second. Something about what you said just seems off. Did she just lie? I need to look over her statement again. I'm sure there's a problem somewhere. What's he doing? Should be on the brother. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm like 6'1". What do you mean? 6 foot tall people exist. They're real. I'm one of them. When I find a lie I think is a problem, I can press the dispute button to present evidence. So mainly it's as easy as clicking present on the evidence that contradicts that statement. I won't leave the computer until I find this contradiction. Alright. So height should be on the basketball court? Yeah. I know, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm like 6 foot 6'1". Whoops. Nope. Okay, nope, no, son of a... Shoot. I feel like she's lying. What, about him being 6 foot tall? Wait, can I... Oh wait, I have to, sorry, I have to hit dispute with the window. Because it unlocks from the inside only. Thief did go into the window, but how did he open it? There's more concrete floss somewhere else here. I just need to find it. Okay. So I'm taking money. Couldn't get a look. Maybe... What's with the case file? Stolen. Ah, here it is. Took some of the money and ran. Okay. No, not that. Unless I'm the thief. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong thing. Ah, see, yeah, it's marked off because it's wrong. I don't think a 6 foot tall man could easily fit through a window that size. Sure they can. See, the thief ran, but the evidence shows that the thief calmly walked, as if he wasn't afraid of being caught. Why would she lie about that? I should let Miss Earl know what I found. Miss Earl! What is it? It's the witness's statement. It doesn't add up. I was reviewing the case file, and I think she lied. She told the detective that the thief ran in a hurry. But the evidence seems to indicate the opposite, that the thief had walked calmly. Let me see that file. Oh, I see. I think you're right. The policeman needs to speak with Miss Lear again. She clearly didn't see the thief. Sorry to say that would be impossible. What do you mean you called it? You didn't call it. You weren't right. He did go through the window. He just didn't run. He just walked. Impossible? Why? About an hour ago, we got a call from the Urbank estate. The thief returned this morning. This time, he attempted to take Miss Lear's life. What? Thankfully, she survived, but she's currently in a coma with a life-threatening head injury. Around the time you showed up, a lead detective went to investigate. I'm processing the paperwork over the call. Lead detective? You mean Detective Hunt? I see you've already met. Yes, that's him. So what do we do now? We'll call the detective and inform him. We can decide what to do next. Until then, keep Miss Leah's statement with you. You might need it later. Yeah, maybe she was hit with something, brother. You consider that? Why would the thief return to the scene of the crime? There has to be more to it. I think I'll speak with the detective when he gets back. Here we go. Detective Hunt has returned. I hope my tip helped him. Excuse me, Detective Hunt? Hey, I'm busy. Oh, hey, hold on. Hey, you're that new girl, right? The one Miss Earl told me found that clue. I'm not a detective, though, so I don't get a detective hat. Yes, I'm Justina Smith, sir. Hey, it looks like a newest member already wants to be out on the front lines. You misunderstand, sir. Standing in front of an armed criminal is not what I signed up for. In any case, maybe you can help me. Help you how? I could use your help getting a confession from all three. See, Darkus, I'm not a voice actor, okay? I'm not very good at it. I just do voices. Follow me to the interrogation room. Wait, what? And Andy's gone. How on earth am I supposed to help him? There you are. The chief wants man, it is Australian. The chief wants us to start the interrogation right away. Now hold on just a minute. I'm a police clerk. What exactly do you want me to do? Write down everything you two say? No, I want you to help me interrogate the suspect. Interrogate? I don't know how to interrogate someone. You're a police officer. How could you not know how to interrogate someone? Because I'm not a police officer. I was hired to do paperwork. Paperwork is the true life of a police officer. You'll do fine. But I feel a little underqualified to be in charge of interrogation. I'm the one in charge. You're here to help. Besides, you're young. You being there might make the suspect lower the guard. Well, I guess I'll help as much as I can. All you need to do is listen to the statements, and if you find a flaw, point it out. It's exactly the same as what you did on the computer. But what if their statement is perfect? As long as the suspect is hiding something, there will always be a flaw somewhere. You'll just have to find those flaws until the truth comes out. You sound like you expect the suspect to lie. I do, and you should too. Sometimes the flaws may not immediately be obvious. You can question the suspect to ask for more information. They might reveal some additional information that could be helpful. Can I send a 911 operator to take a statement? I feel like they could. I think I've only ever met one person who was a 911 operator, but I'm pretty sure they could have taken a statement. Blinking is going to be a key factor? I mean, maybe. I'll have to find out. Right. So I question the suspect if I want the clarification. I dispute when I find a flaw. You got it. See, you're a natural interrogator. Now we need ironclad confession, so we need to find all the flaws in the suspect's statements. Easier said than done. Wait, am I even allowed to go in there? Save any further questions for the suspect. He sure is impatient. Some of the suspect links her sweat, show their line. I mean, if this were LA Noire, then yes. So this is the inside of interrogation room. I'm lucky to be here on the police side. On the other side, is our thief? I thought the witness said they were male. Sorry to keep you waiting. I had to grab my assistant. Since when was I his assistant? She's new here, so let me catch her up to speed. As part of your arrest, you agreed to completely cooperate with us. And you're gonna hold up your end of the deal, right? On my honor as the police officer. Then, the audience better open themselves for the greatest plan in the entire criminal underground. All she was go through a window. I wish more criminals had your enthusiasm. Please state your name for us. I am the great and cunning Hannah over your. Never lied so far. You're doing great. Keep it up. Stop patronizing me. I stole from the wealthiest men in the city. It's like a lawyer. Well, yeah, she's based on like Phoenix Wright and stuff. And I arrested you for the crime in less than 24 hours. By all means, keep bragging. Now come back, and let us continue. You are currently only being charged for the crime of larceny, so we... Now hold on, what about... All in due time, Miss Assistant. We have a criminal giving a full confession. That takes priority. Look, I can't do a lot of female voices, so it's one of the best I have. What's he getting at? She committed the assault too, right? Why is he not charging her for that as well? Wait, who's he calling Miss Assistant? As I was saying, we need your official statement. Are you ready, Miss Assistant? Ready as I'll ever be. Then, Miss Yor, you may begin at any time. Alright. A theft I am proud of. Around 4:30 p.m. I snuck into the Eubank estate. Around 4:30 p.m. I snuck into the Eubank estate. Oh wait, sorry, wrong end. I spotted the safe inside stuffed with treasure. I used my trusty lockpicks to open the window and I made my way inside. I pilfered the safe of its contents, grabbed about half of the money inside. I can't believe it took you an entire day to find me. I thought the police were better than that. Hey, sir? Is something wrong, Miss Assistant? Your statement seems off. If you think there's a problem, go ahead and find it. My job as a mentor to ensure you do it correctly. But you're not my... That's a great eye roll animation. Oh, never mind. I'll do it myself. We are focusing on our first crime. This attempted murder can be ignored. Alright. Question. How did you get into the estate? That was the easiest part. I broke in through the front gate. She just walked right in broad daylight? Wouldn't you be worried about being seen? Alright. Let me look at the case file. Howdy ho! Yeah, I can do that. Alright, what do I have here? Tall man holding lockpicks. No evidence of tampering. Unlocks on the inside. Alright, let's question before we really start disputing. Treasure? All that was in the safe was money. Have you ever heard of a poetic license? Obviously that was the treasure. I pulled off a great heist that deserves some added flair. It's a great eye roll animation. Is it really a great heist if you get caught the next day? I don't think they wore gloves. I used my trucky lockpicks to open the window. Lockpicks? Every great thief carries a set of lockpicks with him. I needed them for the heist. An eye roll? Dude, that'd be great.
I keep mine in my hair.
I thought those were just hairpins. Hang on, why did the detective let her bring lockpicks in here?
I pilfered the safest contents, grabbed half the money inside.
Why did you only grab half the money? Wouldn't you have wanted to grab all of it?
I was in a hurry. The maid spotted me, so I need to make my escape.
Confront. If you were really in such a hurry, why does the evidence show that you walked back to the window?
I'm a fast walker.
That's ridiculous!
What do you want me to say? That's the truth.
Detective, make her talk! Unfortunately, I can't do that. We can't really disprove a claim here. I suggest you look for something more solid. I don't think it's gonna get me anywhere. Better move on. A facepalm? Dude, that'd be great. I'd love a facepalm toggle. Yes! Kill! Yeah! I love that so much. Steve Harvey can be great sometimes. You don't seem very upset with the fact that you got caught.
What do I have to be upset about? I stole from your banks themselves. Now everyone will know I'm the great and dashing thief Hannah over your.
What good is that gonna do now that you've been caught? Okay. Open the window. I think I can dispute because it unlocks from the inside only. Well, I guess if it unlocks to be lockpicked. Hold on. Filter save its contents. I could dispute the safe because there's no evidence of tampering. There's three things I could do. I don't think either of them are super strong, but I'm just gonna try them.
You couldn't have gotten in the safe.
You could have gotten the safe. You didn't have the code.
What's it to you? I stole the money, right? Clearly I got in the safe just fine.
Detective, she's evading the question.
Slow down, Miss Assistant. If you want to get a suspect to talk, you have to find the flaws in their statement first. Need some concrete to pressure them with. If there's a flaw in a statement you haven't found, focus on that first.
Was it this? Monsieur, you couldn't have opened the window. The window in the room only opens from the inside. No lockpicks get you around that. Oh!
I can't explain. You see, the weather was really warm that day. The maid opened up the window. I just got the details mixed up. Let me explain.
Oh, okay, okay. So it was that. Neither of them seemed super strong, but okay.
When I snuck into the estate, the window was already open. So, I simply climbed in. That's when I spotted the safe. I used my trusted tools to open up the safe.
Alright, I know the dispute's there. Monsieur, how did you open the safe? You said you opened it with your lockpicks, but there's no sign of tampering. It can only be opened with a code. Your tools would be useless. Oh!
I never said that my tools were the lockpicks. My greatest tool of all, patience. I just waited for the maid to open up the safe. I robbed after she left.
Monsieur, I doubt both of your statements are true. You're saying that Miss Lear opened both the safe and the window and then just left the room?
Yeah?
Detective, that doesn't make any sense. Ooh, I would have a safe behind a painting. True. That'd have to be the biggest coincidence ever.
But not impossible. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to counter their claim right now.
Okay.
I don't know her reasons. I only took advantage of them.
But now, something's wrong with her story. I know it. Has to be another way to draw out the truth.
Monsieur, can you explain the purpose of your lockpicks?
You mean these? Well, they pick locks, as the name implies. I just keep it under my hair for safekeeping.
You just said that you waited for the maid to open the window and the safe. So then, why were you carrying lockpicks?
I have a good reason for that. One that Miss Tacky Green's suit will accept.
It's not as tacky as the orange jumpsuit you'll be wearing.
Now, it's not the time for colorful quips. Please, Monsieur, tell us your story.
Well, I assume they already dusted and they didn't get any.
The lockpicks were needed to enter the estate. There's a gate with a padlock that I picked in order to get on the property. Place my lockpicks in the hair afterwards. I had no need for them once I got to the window.
Let's ask about the padlock. Why didn't you tell us that before?
You didn't ask.
That's not a good reason. You're supposed to be confessing.
You're the one asking the questions.
No, I am going to judge her.
Maybe you're just bad at your job.
This isn't even my job. I'm just a clerk. Why'd you put your lockpicks away? What if you needed them?
Why would I? The safe and the window were open. Plus, I need my hands free to grab the money.
So you didn't take your lockpicks out at all from after entering the room?
Nope, not even once.
Thank you. Let's carry on. What? I mean, she's confessing to committing a crime, Darkus. Yes, I'm gonna judge her. The statement. I'll try disputing here. I'm not gonna hear her out. Miss Yor, did you know that Miss Lear gave a recorded statement?
So?
In her statement, she said that the thief was a 6-foot-tall male and had lockpicks. Her description of you was wrong, but there's one key detail about you she mentioned. That you had lockpicks. If she only saw you during your escape, she would have seen them as hairpins. Something happened in that room, and it wasn't a simple robbery.
Oh. I can explain.
No, please, allow me. Earlier today, I saw the footprints you left in the room that showed you walking away from the safe. Normally, I would expect a thief like oneself to simply run away. One possibility, she lied about seeing you. However, she knew about the lockpicks. She clearly had seen you.
Maybe she saw that I picked a lock at the gate to get onto the property.
We only found that lock after we arrived and interviewed her. Miss Assistant, do you know why Miss Lear was in the room with our thief?
The two knew each other. This whole time, you said you wanted to confess to get a plea deal. Yet, that was never the reason. This was all meant to hide your relationship with Miss Lear.
That's exactly it. After getting your tip on the footprints, I came to a conclusion. The thief must have been someone Miss Lear knew. So I asked the bank family about her friends, and your name came up. Getting your bank records was the hard part, but that's how I proved you were the thief.
How'd you get her bank records?
I have my connections. Anyway, it's clear you hid your relationship to keep Miss Lear from being arrested as well. The two of you were working together.
You're mistaken. If we were working together, why wouldn't she just let me right through the front door? She wouldn't even need me. She could have just robbed the safe herself.
Ho 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 ho. I think my assistant can explain that, can't you? One of the two of them staged the robbery as they did. Correct again. And we did get involved. So their plan at that point was successful. They knew the money being stolen would make the news. And if Miss Lear says the male thief stole the money, it would throw our investigation off. We trust Miss Lear, of course.
I'd make an interesting detective. Hey, you know what? I did play that detective game. I do make an interesting detective. I Shadows of Doubt. I played that one, and trust me, I am an interesting detective. I'm not great, but I'm interesting. I'm not gonna rob the place. Why would I do that? So unless you want us to throw the full extent of the law at you. Whoops. We need your real confession now. Oh, I'd so be a great bad cop.
You win. I'm no great thief.
Your robbery might have not been very great, but you did try to steal away the truth. Ho 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 ho.
I can't believe you. How could you crack jokes at a time like this?
Lighten up, Miss Assistant. We won this round. We can have some fun now. Ho 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 ho.
You haven't taken this seriously at any point. Miss Yor, I have a few questions to ask now.
Don't you already know everything? Just throw me in a jail cell.
I don't think you were stealing based out of greed. If you were, why would you want to take half the money? So I want to offer you a chance to tell us why you stole the money.
You know what the money in the safe was used for, right?
It was charity money, but I don't know which charity it was for.
It's a charity run by the Eubank Estate. They raise money for a local orphanage. I have to say, stealing money from orphans doesn't paint you in the best light.
Every year, Mr. Eubank raises money for the charity, but he's been lying about how much he receives. The amount they raise, the amount that goes to the charity are different. Chandra helped with the fundraising, and she figured out there was a discrepancy.
Hold on. If he's wealthy enough to have a charity, why is he stealing money from it?
Hold on, Miss Assistant. None of this is proven. She lied once already. We have to take the rest with a grain of salt.
You all may say kill. When they do something evil.
You said kill! You redeemed the kill! What are you talking about, motherfucker? That was you!
Told me. Yeah. I heard her out by doing my job. Still, why would he keep the charity money in a safe? Wouldn't a bank account be safer?
Banks keep records. If he was ever audited, the records would reveal what he did. The Eubanks own one of the largest investment firms in the country. They know how to avoid leaving any paper trails.
Why would he give Miss Lear the code to the safe?
Well, I don't really know. Chandra never told me.
So why did the two of you get involved?
Chandra couldn't accept what was going on. She told me about what she found and what her plan was, so I agreed to help her.
What were you planning to do with the money after you stole it?
Well, we didn't figure that part out. We didn't expect to get caught so quickly.
I'll hydrate. I got you, Darkus.
You know, if you ever told me you had planned to anonymously donate the money, I could almost respect this little plan. Regardless, we'd still have to charge you.
Charge me, but please, at least let Chandra off for the lighter sentence. I was the one who stole the money. All she did was open the window of the safe. I know you're gonna arrest her after this, but you have to understand that.
Oh no, she doesn't know.
I'm sorry, Miss Yor. We have some bad news.
Let's see. Today I have a V8 Splash, orange strawberry. Pretty good. V8 Splash, or V8 Splash, pretty good for you. At least 25% less sugar than leading juice drink brands. Pretty good. I enjoy a bit of V8 Splash. Regular V8's okay, but V8 Splash, I drink that stuff all day.
We got a call from the Eubank estate this morning. Miss Lear was attacked and is in critical condition.
No, you're joking, right? You're just trying to get me to say more.
Well, you'll be charged with larceny. I'm afraid, pending further investigation, you'll also be held under arrest for attempted murder.
What? No, why would I try to kill Chandra? We're best friends. I would never hurt her.
I believe you, but we don't have a choice right now. You'll be detained here until further notice. I can assure you, however, that your cooperation won't go unnoticed.
No, I love the pixel art in this game, Darkus. It's so good.
You have the legal right to a public defender if your case ever goes to court.
The hell with the lawyer. Why did you hide this from me till now? Did you want me to watch me struggle? You're evil, the both of you. Everything they say about the cops in this city, you're corrupt, heartless monsters.
I'm sorry, but it would be in your best interest if you didn't speak to us further without a lawyer. The two of us would best be going now.
I wish I could do more for you, Hana.
My apologies, Miss Smith. That wasn't something I planned on you having to see.
Neither did I. Wait a second, you actually used my name. I'm not the judge. I wish I was the dude. A game where I could play as a judge, that'd be great.
You're hereby free from being my assistant. You can go back to your normal duties. If it means anything, you certainly did well back there.
If you already knew everything, why'd you need me in the first place?
When Miss Hale told me how you found that clue, I decided I want to test your critical thinking skills. Looks like I was right to test you. You solved the case like a pro. I hope you didn't mind me having a bit of fun in there.
Even how things just ended, I wouldn't call any of that fun.
I know. She meant most of that for me, not you.
I'm not sentencing them to death. Calm down.
Either way, I don't want you to have to face any more of that because of me.
So what are you gonna do now?
My best friend nearly died. She's the #1 suspect. I'm going back to the crime scene to try and clear her name. So, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it. I never agreed to stop being your assistant. Hannah said something I want to see for myself. Might not be a police officer, but please, take me with you. If I was a bad cop? I mean, if I was just really bad at my job, then, I mean, maybe.
I think I've barred you away from Miss Earl long enough. Keeping you away any longer would only anger and risk your job.
Do you really think I'm that quick to boil? Miss Earl, wait. How much did you hear? I had enough to have an opinion on the matter. Ernest, take her with you. If you think she can help you solve the case, it would be foolish to not even let us see the crime scene. I'll make sure Hannah is treated well until you solve the case.
Are you sure? What about, Justina's duties here?
Her paperwork can wait. She can always work overtime. You want me to stay overtime my first day? Would you rather just stay here and miss all the fun? Alright, deal. I'll go. Good. Do look after her, and it's still only her first day.
Ho ho ho, yes, absolutely.
Oops. Oh, I can rewind with the mouse wheel. That's cool. I better wear gloves.
Well then, Miss Assistant, you ready to go?
Sir, yes, sir.
Perfect, here's the keys, I'll show you to the car.
Wait, you want me to drive?
Ho 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 ho. Of course, the assistant always drives. Besides, it's a good test of your driving skills. You never know when you might be in a highway chase. Follow me.
That was how my relationship with Detective Hunt began. I went from a desk job to field work in a matter of hours, all because of one small contradiction. Little did I know how much a single case was going to change my life forever. End of case 1. Boom. So that's kind of like the tutorial, you know? Just a little bit of a... Just a little bit of a kind of show what to do here. So now let's go ahead and get case 2 started. After solving the mystery behind the robbery, we left for the Urbank estate to find out why Miss Lear was attacked. All the while, my new detective friend was telling me on details how he found Miss Yor. What a flail-shaped present looked wrapped under a Christmas tree. That seems like a stocking gift to me. If that answers your question. It seems like that would be a stocking thing. We arrived just as he finished. A stocking gift? Yeah, it'd be much easier to put in a stocking than, like, to gift wrap it. It would if you got the right stocking.
And then I brought her to the interrogation room before you joined in on the fun. You know the rest.
We left that room with Hannah cleaning. We're awful people. I wouldn't consider any of that fun. I stick my jet out. That's fine. I just get a tall stocking.
Regardless, all the more reason for us to prove her innocence.
Then who attacked Chandra? Couldn't possibly have been the Eubank family, right?
I have a few ideas, but a good detective avoids becoming tunnel visioned. It's important to have a fresh perspective on things.
And that's where I come in.
Precisely. You catch on quick.
So, what do we do now?
Now comes the fun part of being a detective. Investigate.
Seeing as this is your first investigation, would you like me to run you through the basics? Ah, yeah, sure.
Alright, it's pretty simple. Each time we come across an area to examine, we have a few different options. The first option is to look around for clues. We can investigate the immediate area for any details that stick out. Doing so is the best way for us to find evidence, so we can use in our investigation. Second, we may come across witnesses. When we do so, it's important for us to collect a statement. This is similar to what suspects give during interrogations, but this time we simply take their words and write them down for later. You might find that some witnesses aren't entirely truthful in their statements. When this happens, we can review their statement and point out the contradiction, just like we do in the interrogation room. Not everyone will have a flaw in the statement, however, so don't go running around accusing people without a reason. In addition to the statements, we can also just talk to the witnesses. Doing so is another good way to uncover information. Finally, once we're ready to move on, we can travel to another area. We have free reign of the house, so we can move around as we'd like. Whenever you want to talk to me, you can come back here. I'll have more to say as the case unfolds. Come back here once in a while to hear more. Now then, let's get started.
You can now track your current leads to the summary section of the case file. Alright, let's look around here. I see an open window up there. Why would you want to keep the window open on such a cool day?
I'll have to take a closer look at it once we're inside.
For a wealthy family, this house seems less grand than I expected.
What did you expect? A luxurious palace the size of a stadium? Home prices are already going up far faster than most wages. This is still prime real estate. At least they keep the home modest rather than driving up the price even further.
I suppose so. So, how's my driving?
You never drove above the speed limit. You even dipped 5 below on the freeway.
I was driving a police car. I had to set a good example.
You know, studies show that slower drivers cause more accidents than faster ones.
Really? I guess I'll have to look that up later. Hannah. Still not sure about Hannah's story. Why would the Urbanks want to steal charity money?
I can think of a number of reasons. I'm sure she's telling the truth.
Whatever happened to... She lied once already. We have to take the rest with a grain of salt.
That was Detective Hunt speaking. Ernest Hunt says she's innocent.
Don't you have your doubts?
Yeah, I have my doubts. Still, I believe her. I don't think any actor could fake the anger she had.
It did feel real. It'd be so much easier if this was all an accident. Blame it on bad luck. Oh wait, whoops. Alright, let's travel. Let's go to the foyer. Wow, this place is much more impressive on the inside.
Don't get too distracted by the lion's den before meeting the lion itself.
Well, I prefer hummingbirds' nests myself. Oh wait, no, that's her. After all, they represent optimism and playfulness, traits that we use in our lives. I see you brought a new guest. Welcome to my home. I'm Ferris Eubank. Oh, hi. I'm Justina Smith. It's a pleasure to meet you. My, you are quite nervous. Here, some tea should calm those nerves. Care for a cup? No. I would hate to impose. Now, you're a guest in my home. I simply must offer you a drink. Let's save the cup till after we're finished. Fair enough. Now, what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? I thought you caught the thief earlier this morning.
Yeah, we did. The case already wrapped up with a shiny bow. Worry about the attack on your maid, Miss Leah.
Why, I can still hardly believe that Chandra was attacked. Just this morning when she was getting my tea ready, and before I knew it, the police were here. Oh, Jesus, on fire. I hope for her sake you can lock away that wicked thief for what she did. What exactly is in that tea?
Your cooperation in this matter is greatly appreciated.
Of course, I'll help in any way I can.
In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Can you tell me where you were when Miss Leah was attacked?
Yeah, let me think. Oh, we're going right into the statement. But this morning I was having breakfast in the dining room with the rest of the family. After my husband finished eating, I stayed by myself in the dining room. We adopted a stray cat yesterday, and so I was feeding him. I was there the whole time until the police came. I believe it was shortly after that when Chandra was found. Can anyone verify your whereabouts? Not a soul, I'm afraid. I suppose that makes me a suspect. Of course not. You don't have a motive. We only wanted to know where you were. Your partner here seems to have a different idea.
Guilty as charged. He's a tipman's assistant. Lack of motive does not mean lack of guilt.
Chandra's family detective. We would never hurt her.
Then you should have no issue with us looking around to confirm that.
Well, you're free to look around. After all, you already caught the culprit. What's with his attitude? We should have a talk with him outside. Alright, let's look. The plants. Those are some lovely plants. Do you mean the Plantanic brothers? They have names? Why, the valuable members of our home. Nothing makes you feel more invited than being greeted by the Plantanic brothers. And why keep them in the corners? Even plants can be shy. They get frightened easily.
It's because those partial shade plants. They can only take so much sunlight.
You're no fun detective. Those paintings.
Hey, is something wrong?
These paintings are so uninspired. The palette's completely dull. What's the point of painting something without any soul or creativity? Or is it more than just a picture to put on a wall?
I didn't know you had such a strong art opinion.
Thank my parents. They're artists. Sorry, staring at art is just second nature to me. Sorry for the rant. I know it's weird.
It's not weird at all. Good detective can walk into a room and pinpoint whatever stands out. Just means you have a good pair of eyes.
That's quite the window. Oh, I just love the light it lets in. It makes our home feel so alive.
It's a bit too grand if you ask me. All that light must be blinding from the stairs.
A brighter world is never a bad thing, detective. Oh yeah? Take this. Flashbang. I should go over a statement again. Oh. Oh, I can dispute. I have nothing to dispute with, but I could. Okay. Let's go to Eubank Investments. Miss Eubank. Please, dear, call me Ferris. Ferris, could you tell me about Eubank Investments? It's an investment firm that our family runs. We provide the funds to transform empty land into beautiful destinations. My husband is the founder and the CEO. I run the legal department. The whole legal department? Wow. Yes. It's hardly that impressive. A single cup of oolong tea is far more complex than anything I do.
Hey, don't let a modesty fool you, Miss Assistant. Your bank investments has dealings all around Azure City and beyond. It would be impossible for them to not run into a lot of legal issues.
I bet you're the life of the party, Detective.
Well, you don't get to detect on good looks alone. Anyway, it's her who secured the company's first major property development. That success led to the company to where it is today.
No need to flatter me, Detective. After all, my husband did all the planning. I just carried out those plans. Excuse me. When was that major investment exactly? I believe it was about a decade ago. I see. Never thought I'd be meeting Miss Eubank. To think of all that happened 10 years ago. Are you doing alright, dear? If you're feeling tired, perhaps some tea would help. Huh? Oh, no, sorry, I was just thinking. I can't pass myself. If you're hungry, feel free to help yourself to the kitchen. Some delicious food might ease that mind of yours,
We should be heading to the crime scene. We have an investigation to conduct.
Okay. We're gonna travel outside because we said we need to talk to him. You know, you could have been nicer to our host.
She's a suspect in attempted murder. I was only being fair. If I go easy on her, she might take advantage of that kindness.
I understand that, but you took it way too far. We shouldn't treat everyone potential suspect like criminals.
I know you mean well, but you haven't met the people I have. We can't afford any risks.
Sounds like there's a story there.
There is, but it's for another day.
I'll hold you to that. Alright, let's try the crime scene first. Seems like it'd be pretty important. Strange how familiar this room is now.
Imagine how I feel coming and going from this room so often. I'd be paying rent at this point.
You have to sell everything you own to afford rent in a place like this. Anyways, what should we...
Held it right there. This is an active crime scene. Civilians can't just wander around.
Perfect timing. I was wondering where you were. Red, welcome back. I see you brought a guest. Now that I know more about it, I'm going to try to give her some voice. I see you brought a guest.
Miss Assistant, let me introduce you to lead detective, Sophie Swift.
Nice to meet you. Wait, what do you mean lead detective? I thought you were in charge. Red handles robberies. I'm the one who handles homicides and attempts at homicides. You must be Justina Smith, correct? Wait, how do you know that? I have it written right here. Justina Smith, a clerk working at under Sue P. Earle. The chief told us about you last week. He showed us a picture and everything. Wait, how come Detective Hunt didn't know me?
Why would you look at the time? I really ought to be going.
You forgot, didn't you?
Keen as ever, I see.
Is he always like this? And for as long as I've known him, he has a good heart, though. Anyways, Sue told me you got a confession from the thief.
We got a confession for the robbery, but she didn't attack Chandra. Justina here couldn't bear to see an innocent person accused like that and begged me to bring her here.
Hey, don't listen to him. Well, since you're here, let me give you the rundown. Here we go. Around 8 o'clock this morning, Miss Lear left a voicemail for Red that seemed to be cut off abruptly. It sounded like someone had attacked her. I was sent over to investigate. I got here at about 10 past 8. Miss Eubank greeted me on my arrival, and we headed towards the trophy room, where we believe Chandra may have been. The door was locked tight, so I had to force it open. Chandra was inside and unconscious. She had clearly been attacked. I confirmed that she was still alive before we transported her to the hospital. I see. So what was the weapon? We haven't found one yet. I was told that she had been hit on the back of the head with a flat and blunt object. We know it must have had blood on it, given the injury. But everything we've tested so far has come back negative for blood. So we believe the culprit must have taken the weapon with them. I believe the medical report right here. Take a look at it. Single blunt force wound to the back of the head with a flat object. There's golf clubs back there. What if it's still in the house? Shouldn't we just test everything?
Not without reasonable suspicion or a warrant. It'd be ruled as inadmissible and thrown out otherwise. Right now, we only have grounds to test what's around the crime scene.
I guess it makes sense. Does make things harder, though.
It's a necessary evil. Well, so for now, let's just investigate this room. We might find something.
Let me know if you have any questions. Alright, let's look around. Whoa! I'm not a fan of this rug. It doesn't match the carpet at all. It needs more color variety. Green and purple would help it pop more. But it's super fluffy. Well, I would give it to me a cat just roll around without a care.
It looks so fine to me.
Says the man who looks like a walking lobster. But be nice. He's been working really hard to infiltrate the crustacean smuggler's ring. You're right. I was being too crabby.
When this is over, I'm going shopping for new clothes.
No! Detective, it's a safe from the morning. Or from this morning.
You mean yesterday? You only saw it this morning from a tape recorded yesterday.
Time is just an excuse to display power over others. I learned about it this morning. Therefore, it only existed since then.
We also met this morning, so have I only existed since this morning?
Detective,
it's a safe from yesterday. It doesn't seem to be relevant to our current case, so let's leave it alone.
what's this? Looks like a white bedsheet, but it's covered in a bunch of dirt and grass. Detective Swift, do you know what this is? I had no idea. It was there when we secured the room. Whoever left it must have been in a hurry. Well, Chandra was here. Maybe she was planning on cleaning when she got attacked? But there's no bed in here, or anything for washing sheets. How'd it get this dirty? Strange. I'll record it for later. Oh, it's okay. Hold on. Chat can't hear you. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here. I could use a little bit of a voice break. I've been voice acting every character so far.
Okay. Cool.
Alright.
I will try my best.
Who do you want to be?
I don't know.
Let me go through the characters here, profiles.
Oh, you can go to the pro. Oh.
Yeah, it's like Ace Attorney.
That's pretty fun.
Alright. We have Ernest Hunt, he's the main guy.
I'm kind of giving like an Australian accent.
I can do that.
Alright. Like it.
We have the head clerk. I don't think she's gonna be that relevant much more. We have an attempted murder victim, who also helped in stealing money from a charity because they were stealing it from the people who were stealing money from the charity.
Okay.
Okay, do you want me to just go over the case real quick for you?
Sure.
Okay. Just give me just a second. I will go over the case and we will explain everything.